Hey everyone, hey you guys, it's your girl Bree. I come with a quick little message for you. Um, some people, some people wish things on you, and now they are reaping the same things that they have wished upon you. They wish that you have went through these things. Now they're going through it. Nothing they wished upon you could affect you because you was a prayer warrior. God keeps you underneath his wings. You are very important to him. And he will not play about you at all. His favor follows you. Those people who were sent to harm you, those people who spoke negative words against you, those people who plotted behind the scenes against you, they are in deep, 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 deep regret for trying to destroy a God's chosen one, for trying to assassinate your character, for trying to do things to you when you had did anything to them. You see, God allows people to play with his children until he get enough of it, because sometimes he tests. Sometimes you have to go through tests in life to push you where you need to be. So sometimes when he see the devil is applying pressure to you, he knows what you could take, he knows how you're going to react. So sometimes he allowed the pressure to keep being applied to you so that you can reach your full potential, so that you can be what he needs you to be, so you can move into how he has called you to move, so you can do the things that he has called you to do. A lot of times we as people, we allow our circumstances or hurt and pains that we've been through to keep us stuck. And God, I have to send in another tower or another thing to come into our life to make us keep pushing forward, to press forward on what we know is best for us to do. Because a lot of times we'll be stuck in our head about situations when God is calling us to move forward, when God is calling us to let go and allow him and his mercy, his grace to flow through us. He allow him to lead and guide us on where we needed to be. See, a lot of times people don't understand how you're still smiling, how you're still getting by. Why aren't you sad? Why aren't you this? By all the things they tried to do about you, do to you, and do and said about you. Because your character speaks for itself. Your character outweighs any lie that would ever be told about you. You have to learn to press your way through the good, the bad. Some days you might not feel like you want to get up and do anything, but press your way through. People like to project things upon you. People like to place their energy up on you, but that's why you have to stay rooted and grounded and prayed up at all times. That's why you have to learn to intercede for yourself, pray for yourself. It's good to pray for others, but you also must make sure that you're also covering yourself, that you're also making sure that you are covered at all times, because people like to project things upon you. See, these people that wanted this hurt from you, wanted you to fail, wanted you to be homeless, wanted you to be sick, wanted you to be depressed, wanted you to kill yourself, they wanted you to do all these things, the things that the people have conjured up. Now they're faced with it. Now they're going through all this. Now they're going through money issues. Now they're facing homelessness. Now they're facing depression, anxiety, worry, stress. Now they're facing all these things that they had wanted for you. So you got to be careful or what you try to put on somebody else. You got to be careful of the grave you try to dig for somebody else. You got to be careful of the words that you try to speak against somebody else, because that is coming back on you. You see, you never know who you're entertaining, okay? And even though people are in the physical form, that doesn't mean they're not an angel. That doesn't mean that they're a true angel that sit at the right hand of God. A lot of people are truly angels. A lot of people are very connected to God, but just because they don't look like it, that doesn't mean anything. A lot of people will judge somebody on their character because they may curse, or the way they dress, or the way they look, or whatever. But yes, they are very well connected into them. He knows they're sent. But just because they choose to curse, or they choose to do this, is a choice. We all have a free will of anything, and God knows his children better than anybody. And people like to judge you or make assumptions of you by the way you look, by the way you speak. And everybody's not gifted in speaking proper. Everybody's not gifted in learning proper. A lot of people have learning disabilities, and a lot of people have speech impediments. That's just what it is. But you should never look down on someone because the way they speak, the way they speak, the way that they dress, the way that they look, the way that they carry themselves. You shouldn't look down on anyone, because you shouldn't judge anyone, because you don't know who that person is to God. And when you judge someone, when you point a finger at someone, you have 100 fingers pointing back at you. You have to learn to treat everybody equal. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are all on borrowed time. No man knows the hour nor the date. We all gonna leave here one day. And a lot of times people focus only on the negative. So if you're someone who's always speaking of the light, always encouraging somebody, even though you're going through your own storm and your own test, if you're always encouraging somebody, telling somebody that, just speaking life into somebody, into their situation, people will not like you for that. Because people wants people to be negative. A lot of people, your family, your friends, they like it when you're down in the gutter. They don't want you to rise up. They don't want you to do better than them. They don't want you to get ahead of them. They don't want God's blessings to flow in your life. So that's why they try to hinder you. That's why they try to tell you this. They try to tell you that. They try to tell you that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. They try to run your life and tell you what to do. But with God, God is trying to work things out for you and on your behalf. But these people, they want to keep you stuck and stagnant. That's why God is telling a lot of y'all to get up and move. He's telling y'all to come from amongst those people, but y'all still want to be stuck into these people because of their family. Listen to this. Not only do you have toxic parents or whatever and siblings, you have toxic kids too. And sometimes you have to come from among those people and cut those people out who are no longer serving your higher good, who is no longer being there for you, who's no longer encouraging you, who's no longer trying to help you reach your full potential. Because if somebody not elevating you to go up, that means they're keeping you down. You're already down. You understand what I'm saying? You're already down. You're already trying to get where you need to be in life. And if you have somebody like that in your circle that constantly keeps put negativity in you, everything you come through, if you come through and say, hey man, look, I got this business idea and all, oh, that's not gonna work. That's negativity, speaking negativity in your life. Stop letting your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Stop thinking because these people are your family, your friends, or your lovers that they want what's best for you, because they don't. They want to hinder you. A lot of people come into your life to be hindering blocks. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to learn to remove them cinder blocks out of your life. You have to learn to press your way forward, no matter what's thrown your way. A lot of y'all are warriors, but y'all don't know the power that y'all possess in yourself because y'all so busy around so many negative people who's not inspiring you, who's not pushing you up, who doesn't want you to achieve the things that God has called you to achieve. So what they keep doing, they keep telling you stupid. They keep telling you you're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. That idea not going to work. Oh, you will never do that. You will never do this. That's negative people in your life speaking negativity in your life. You don't need that nobody speaking no negativity in your life. You need somebody speaking positive. You need somebody that's going to uplift you. You need somebody when you can't get up out of bed and you're depressed and you're stressed. You need somebody that's going to tell you, hey, you're more than a conqueror. Hey, you can do this. This too right here shall pass. This little problem that you're facing. Somebody somewhere got it way worse than you. Sometimes you got to learn how to encourage your own self. But when you got chaos all around you, it's hard for you to encourage yourself when you have all this chaos around you. When you feel like you are stuck and stagnant and nothing around you is moving. That's why it's always good to get away. You understand what I'm saying? It's always good to get away. I don't care if you got to go get you a motel room, for a motel, hotel room, whatever you want to call it, a suite, or Airbnb, whatever. If you have to go get that for 2 nights to catch your head and get away from the environment that you're in. Just get away from the environment and just have a thing. Cut your phone off. And let it be just you and God. Let it just be you and yourself. And be honest with yourself. Re-examine your life. Sit down, get your pencil and a paper and write the good things in your life and the bad things in your life. So listen, if the bad outweigh the good, that means you need to do some changing. Okay? If the good outweigh the bad, that means you need to keep on pressing forward. Because at the end of the day, you still have stuff to be grateful for. You have a lot of things to be grateful for and thankful for. A lot of us take so much for granted. You understand what I'm saying? If you woke up this morning, that's something to be grateful for. You might not have a dime to your name. You might not know where your next meal gonna come from. But you showing that gratitude and saying, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning, clothed in my right mind. He's gonna send somebody in to help you. But see, don't take nothing for granted. You're scared to even thank God for waking you up this morning. You're scared to even thank him for your children being alive. Even if you have children, or your parents, or your siblings. You're scared to thank him when you should always be giving them thanks for everything. Listen, you have a vehicle, but it's putting, and you got tape here, you got tape there. I don't care. Be thankful for your vehicle because somebody somewhere don't have one. You have a home. It might not be where you want to stay. It might not be the best place for you, but you have a home. Thank him for that home that he have given you. Thank him for the blessings that he have bestowed upon you, because he have bestowed some blessings upon you. They might not be the blessings that you want. A lot of y'all want $1.5 million so y'all can outshine somebody else. God is not going to give you that kind of blessings if you only want this money, or you only want this to prove something to somebody else. The only person you need to prove something to is yourself. Because the only competition that is yourself. There is no other competition. Just you. But until you realize that, you're going to keep yourself stuck and stagnant. Until you realize there's not another soul on this earth that's like you. There's not another soul on this earth can do nothing like you. Listen. They got their own way and you got your own way. But I promise you, y'all can both do the same project. Each one of y'all going to have a different lingo. That's just what it is. And you have to accept that about yourself. You have to accept that you are a warrior. You have to accept that you are greater than what you're stuck in. That's why your family, that's why your friends, that's why all these people want to keep you stuck. That's why they don't want you to succeed. That's why they want to keep throwing up your past. That's why they want to keep telling you that you're not going to be this and you're not going to be that. Because they like that you're stuck. They like that you're stagnant. They like that they have that power and control over you. Never give your power away to nobody. And that's what a lot of families want. They want control over you. They want control and all the rest of this stuff. Take your power back from everybody who you have given your power to. Use your own power. A lot of us was there for people more than we were there for ourselves. And God is calling us to take all that time, love, and affection we have given to somebody else to place it back within our own self. Because we want to save everybody. We all come here with a destined mission, and maybe your mission is to save somebody. I don't know what your mission is because I'm minding my business. But at the same time, if that's your mission to save somebody, then you need to make sure that that's what you're doing. But make sure that you're saving yourself. You heard me? Because sometimes us as people, we get ourselves wrapped up and tangled up and tied up and stuff in situations and people we didn't have no business even associating with. But because we felt like we could save everybody, because we felt like that we had the heart or whatever, we went against our own intuition and got entangled up with people when God was showing us signs of synchronicity, red flags that these people wasn't nothing for us. These people wasn't part of our soul tribe. These people wasn't here. These people wasn't permanent in our life. They just was a stumbling block. A lot of y'all held on to y'all stumbling blocks for years, trying to make things right with your stumbling blocks when God was calling you and telling you that that's not what he wanted. He didn't want those people to be a part of your life, but you didn't want to let these people go. So now God has to crash everything around you. Everything around you got to come down because you was not willing to be obedient when he was telling you to let these people go. These people didn't mean you any good. You thought that you knew more than him. You thought that you were mightier than him when he was just saving you. So now that you done got yourself wrapped up, tangled up, and tied up and stuff, now you want him. Now you're calling on him. Now you're asking him, God, to save me. But he was already trying to save you and you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to be obedient to what he was trying to tell you. You thought that these people were for you and he kept telling you these people wasn't for you. So what he had to do? He had to allow you to hit your head. Now you didn't bust your head open to the white meat. Now you want to get some justice. Now you want God to give justice and to work things out for you. You got to learn how to pay attention to what's going on around you, what's going on beside you. Pay attention to these things. What you feeling in the inside, okay? Because a lot of people is wishing things upon you, and you're feeling things, and you think that it's your own feelings, but it's not. A lot of people are trying to confuse you about who you are. You know who you are. Take your rightful stand on who you are. Stop letting somebody else's opinion dictate your life. Dictate your future. Dictate how you move. Dictate what you do, where you go. You are free. You are not in bondage. There's no chains around you. There's none of that. You are free to be who you want to be, create what you want to create, and go where you want to go. Get out your own way and stop allowing yourself to hold you back, because that's the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. Let yourself be free so you can do what you need to do for you. Because you came here with a mission and a plan, and I want you guys to fulfill every mission and plan that God has set before you. No matter who you have to lose, nobody who you have to leave behind. I want you to know that God, a lot of us was abandoned by our family. A lot of us was very betrayed by our family and people that we loved. The betrayal wasn't from strangers. It was from family, people we call family. You understand? People who ate at our table, people who slept on our couch, people who children we watched, people who we gave money, let borrow money. A lot of our betrayal was from people like that. So because you experienced that betrayal and that hurt and that pain, and they thought that they got the victory, little did they know that God was sending someone, your true family, someone to be a helpmate to you, somebody to bless you, somebody to encourage you, somebody to love you. And they didn't even understand. They don't even understand what is going on. See, they thinking that you're down. They thinking that you out. They thinking that because they don't see you, because you're not on any social sites, because you're not around, moving around, they feeling like they won, they got the victory. They feel like they isolated you or something. But they just don't know that you're moving in silence, because that's the way you should have been moving anyway. You should have never let your family, your friends, your lovers, or none of that know what you had going on, because God himself tell you don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Because guess what? You could be married to someone, you could be in a relationship with someone, and this could be your mama and your daddy, but the plans that God has for you is for you. And it's not for you to share with anybody. You share your good news once you completed the mission. Once you accomplish that goal and stuff. Because if you tell somebody what you got going on and why you in the midst of going it on, they're gonna knock you down. They're gonna tell you they can't do it. They're gonna try to throw some wrenches in your way. So you have to learn to keep your mouth closed and keep your ears open to things that's going on around you. I need you to humble yourself so you can listen to the still voice that's inside of you, the voice that God that is speaking to you, the spirit that was in you, that's trying to carry you somewhere, that's trying to expose some people to you, that's trying to let you know that you are not alone in this. See, a lot of y'all think that y'all alone because y'all have no family, y'all have no one. And these people, some of these people that use stuff against you, they knew you didn't have no family, they knew you didn't have anyone. So that's why they tried to use stuff against you, thinking that they were hurting you, not even knowing that they got themselves wrapped up and tangled up and tied up in some things now. Not even know that the same downfall they played for you, the same hurtful things they was wishing for you, the same lies they was telling on you is the truth about themselves. So now their truth is being exposed and they can't handle it. You must allow yourself to stay prayed up at all times. Stay prayed up and allow the Lord to fight your battles, because every battle is not for you. Pick and choose your battles, but make sure you pick and choose them wisely. Making sure that you keep the Lord as the head of your life, of your relationship, of your marriage, of your household. I don't care what it is. Keep him first. It says, look up to the hills which cometh your health, and all your health coming from the Lord. Remember that at all given times. Remember, greater is he that is in you that is in the world. Nothing these people threw at you, nothing that these people gonna throw at you, nothing these people can say can move you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God has his hands on you. He has a plan for you. Take your rightful stand. And don't allow these people to feel like they got the victory, because you're winning. Always remember that. It's your girl, Bree, and I love you guys. Have a blessed and prosperous day. Peace.